So you guys obviously can see a lot of behind the scenes data. Have you seen any big shifts over the past couple months when it comes to platforms people are using or different strategies they're using that you're like, this is working for our customers, or any secrets you can share?
Lots of things. The overall TLDR is Facebook is still king. People are still investing. Though they scaled back last year, they're scaling back up again, and they're scaling up again month over month in terms of ad spend growth. Google is actually getting significant amount of ad spend growth. I think between Q1 and Q2, they grew like 20% in ad spend growth. And that's because the efficacy of retargeting on platforms has become basically garbaggio. And so people are now using Google search in order to leverage for their retargeting. TikTok is growing like wildfire. Small to medium-sized e-com brands are leveraging it the most because the costs are lower there. So it's quickly scaling. And I think provided that they continue doing as well as they're doing and there's no massive breakage, I could see it in a year or two getting really close to where Facebook's at as people continue to diversify their spend. Snapchat, God bless them.
Snapchat's still doing good?
They're not.
Oh,
That was where I was
wow,
going.
I'm so surprised.
I was going to say, God bless them. So sorry to say it. But like, if you look at the numbers, like Snapchat just it's like the slowest Titanic I've ever seen. RIP. I wish them all the best. But I just don't think people are using Snapchat besides anything like maybe kids sending each other selfies and like messages they don't want their parents to read because they disappear. And so the ad spend is just not kicking there. Definitely a huge uptick in both email and SMS though. I think a lot of people, when Facebook was kind of this like put money in, take money out ATM machine, people kind of slept on email and SMS. And SMS is crushing and skyrocketing right now, and people are starting to invest back into email again. And a lot of providers like Klaviyo are now starting to offer both email and SMS to become an all-in-one solution, kind of to that point of that growth. So definitely notable there.
SMS seems like such an obvious solution, but I'm like, why aren't more brands doing it? Because to me, I think about my phone number. It has not changed since I was 14. The smaller brands seem to get it. Like the smaller ones that come on here, they talk about it like that's a big opportunity. We're exploring that. It's the larger ones that it seems like it's still not something they really want to look into yet. They're still focused on email. Why do you think that is? Because I just think it's such a good opportunity to connect with someone one-on-one if you can offer them something good, which many large companies maybe can't. But
one, there's definitely a philosophy of like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And I think a lot of people are like, if things are going well and the economy is kind of iffy right now, I might not want to like reserve test spend towards launching a new channel when I don't have 100% guarantee that it's going to kick off fast enough to make the cost worth it right now. So that's definitely, I would say, a thing that's happening in this particular current economic climate. It also requires just someone who like understands how to make SMS crush. Short and snappy copy. You can't like hit people with the exact same 25% off offer
world
every
market.
single week.
Stop. Just stop.
I know. It's like
so many every day it's the same discount. I'm like, no.
And it's always last chance. It's never last chance.
Yeah.
If it's always last, you know. So I think it really takes some like time and planning to figure out how to make it effective. And what is actually most effective for SMS is a lot of personalized offers, which require a lot of segmentation, setup, thought, strategy. So many e-com brands, unless they're at the 50, 60, 80 million, like they have tiny teams. Their email person is too busy to do email and SMS, and they don't have someone to dedicate towards segmentation strategy and all that stuff. And so I think it's just like a lift thing right now. But, you know, I encourage brands to use it as much as they can because it has really great ROI, and it's a really great way to get the like cart abandoners, you know, sell to people who have purchased from you and been happy in the past. It's a huge opportunity. So
we just need another dashboard.
I know.
That allows you to do all these things at once without all this coordination. Come on.
I mean, we track SMS through Triple L, but yeah, you can't
like do it. Yeah.
Place ads or send emails or texts. And I don't think we'll ever go that way because we link with people like Klaviyo who do that. But yeah, it's definitely worth investing in if you haven't.
Yeah. Okay. What about direct mail? What do you think about that? Ooh, I also think that's a huge opportunity. Everyone's home. People are opening mail. Maybe they're excited. Maybe not, since maybe the past 2 years has burnt them out with mail. I don't know. But I feel like there's some good strategies I get every once in a while. I'm like, that I actually wanted to open, and that was a good presentation, and I at least thought about it.
It's really interesting. One of our clients, Avi, a collagen women's supplements company, like they crush with direct mail. They have a provider that they use. I wish I could remember the name of it off the top of my head, but now they target me with their Instagram ads, which I think is funny. But they crush with direct mail, and they sell both in GNC and online. So their direct mail has go pick it up in GNC offers as well as online offers. And perhaps it's that two-pronged strategy that works for them. I'm so like jaded because I'm a marketer, right? So as soon as I get those things in the mail, they immediately go in my recycling bin. But I think part of that is so many of them are like really poorly designed. Like they look janky. And so people are immediately like, this is basically the equivalent of my inbox spam. So I think if it's well designed, it's beautiful, it's like exciting, there's possibility. I've also seen the rise of these companies that like send me like an envelope with multiple different brands on the front and they're a bunch of different inserts with a bunch of different offers.
Yeah. You like those?
I don't know how I feel about them. I don't
sure
know what the efficacy is of them, but they always have pictures of cute dogs on the front. So I always open them to see if like I'm going to get a cute dog thing for my dogs.
Okay.
I think maybe there's been like a Chewy coupon in it that I've used.
I think heavy things, like when something's heavy, I'm like, this must be valuable.
It means something. Yeah. And those are heavy, which is totally a thing because they have like a billion different inserts in them. But then you're watered down amongst all the other inserts. So I don't know. It's interesting because it's also really hard to track unless you're giving a very specific coupon code, QR code to scan to a specific page. You know, we haven't totally like gotten the data on the ROI on it, but you're having trouble scaling. I'm all pro trying something that you haven't tried yet to see if it unlocks, you know, a new base for you.
When it comes to all the dashboards that you guys have and all the data, are there any metrics that you show that a lot of people are like, oh, I never thought to look at that? Or, I mean, it can be high level metrics. So you're like, if you're not looking at these things, like everyone should look at these things. I know once you get into different companies and industries, it's all very custom. Are there any lesser known metrics or ones that maybe you provide that were pretty hard to get before?
Anybody can go in and create a custom metric on Triple Whale. So if there's something specifically that you want to see or you read about online and we don't offer it, like you can find a way to build it, which is kind of neat. I think the one that I hear the most about is actually NCAC, which is new customer acquisition cost. A lot of people think about their CPA. I would say a lot of advertisers are very like ROAS forward. So like they just want to know their ROI. And I think NCPA is really valuable because you need to think about the whole picture. Like, yes, how much does it cost to acquire a new customer? Then what is that first AOV? And then what is their LTV going to be? And so unlocking that piece of data for people has been able to get them thinking a little bit more about retention marketing, about getting away from like the churn and burn of, you know, just direct response, getting people in. Whenever they leave. I'll just go find more. I think that's been really helpful. And we've had a lot of people tell us that once they set up Triple Whale and the NCPA is there, they're like, whoa, this is way higher than I thought it was going to be, or, you know, 2x what I had calculated that it was. And I think that's been like a huge growth lever for people, figuring out how they can really turn their customers into customer advocates and brand advocates, as opposed to just they bought something, whatever, I'm moving on now to somebody else.
Hey, thanks for watching. This segment was made possible by our friends at Salesforce Commerce Cloud. If you're looking for the #1 platform for all your commerce needs, go check out salesforce.com/commerce. And don't forget to subscribe below and tap that little bell icon so you can stay on top of all the amazing new segments and full episodes that we'll be putting out over the coming year with some of the best and most influential commerce leaders out there.